Let's go surfing now, everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me.
One of the best all-time surfing trips to Ecuador. Just what a cool country.
I had been working in Ecuador and studying there many years ago, and to come back to Ecuador and to see all the modern changes that have occurred there, and to see the little dirt roads being beautiful asphalt, and to see all the improvements, but still very laid back atmosphere, which made it so special. It was a beautiful country. It was wonderful to be back.
What was great that first day of surfing, we hit this place called Ingabao that had a point break that was firing, and it was just beautiful chest-high surf that was perfect with the setting of the little village, little small restaurants that we could have lunch at, lighthouse. It was just an incredible visual experience to see the countryside, so quaint and back in time.
I was able to surf Ingabao when I was there a long time ago, and I surfed it again, and it was a really nice homecoming for me.
What a crazy first place to start surfing. Right off a rocky point, have to worry about your takeoff, right next to the rocks, with beautiful fishing village with colorful boats. We saw the fishermen taking their boats in and out of the water, using logs to roll them up the beach. Just something you never see before.
After we got out of the water, we were starved, and we had an excellent seafood lunch, and we were able to sit and talk with the locals, who were very friendly, both in and out of the water.
Next we went further north up to a place called Rio Chico and stayed on this place that had a beautiful left point break in the middle of nowhere. This guy owned this small little motel that had an archaeological site that was so neat to see how the Indians lived hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It was such a great spot to be adventuring.
The Rio Chico area wave is a big left break, and it really holds a big swell, and it's really uncrowded, so it really made it very special. We went to dinner in Puerto Lopez in the evening. We're at a sidewalk cafe. It was a really nice experience being in the town near Rio Chico.
We rented a boat the next day, went out and saw something I've never seen before. Boobies, birds that are hanging out on the cliff.
We got to see frigate birds and cormorants and all kinds of sea life and bird life all by the beach, and it was just amazing. A massive fishing fleet was stationed in Puerto Lopez. I mean, just many fishing boats of all sizes. It was incredible to see all the commerce going on with the fishermen coming in as we toured around.
We saw a break out in the middle of the ocean. Just had a great time up north. Then it was time to go south. Road goes through beautiful rainforest. We found our way to what we call Sin City, which is Motanitas, the local surf town, which is all about surfing. It's like a Jaco beach of Ecuador. After seeing Abelio's place, which was a beach lounge type place with music and great food, we went back to home base, which was Playas. Once we got back to Playas, the surf had picked up, and we surfed 3 different points that were just so incredible. We talked about looking for a house to stay there on this beautiful point. It was like a dream come true surfing trip with all the perfect surf rolling off these 3 points.
The most amazing thing about Ecuador is with the 32 point breaks in all directions of the country, you can always find a point break to yourself, and even the locals there are extremely nice, and there was really no localism. We were extremely impressed with surfing around Ola Verde. One of the waves DC caught was over 5 football fields long, which is an amazing ride. It takes a good half hour to walk back to the point, and I caught about a 4 football field ride myself. It was just incredible to experience a place that people weren't fighting over the waves with you and just free and easy. It was a really great experience there, and that's why we spent our last 2 days in Playas, because it was really going off.
Going off with warm water, no wetsuits, perfect winds, and friendly people. Couldn't have asked for a better surf trip.
And the restaurants in Playas are phenomenal. We went to a place called Juan Ostras, and let me tell you, Juan Ostra is a guy that has the coolest restaurant, and the reason he's named Juan Ostra is he used to bring oysters to everybody from the sea, and they just named him Juan Ostra, which means oyster. And he had the best food you've ever tasted, and it's in a little village just south of the city, and You'd never know it was there, but it was phenomenal.
Juan Ostras, we're putting in a plug for him. For anybody who wants to go on a surf trip and beat the crowds and have friendly people and warm water, put Ecuador on the list of places to go.
And to top it off, it was $1.05 for regular and $1.49 for diesel, and it really blew our minds. So anyway, we just had a super trip down there. It was just amazing.
Yeah, we're going to put in a plug for Avelio too. You need to have Avelio as your surf guide so he can show you all the secret spots because he knows them. He surfed there all his life. He's a great surfer and just the friendliest guy ever.
Avelio is a very knowledgeable surf guide. He's your guy in Ecuador. He knows all the breaks, all the spots. He won't let you down. Well, we were real pleased to go down with George Robinson, assisted us with the trip, and it was a fantastic preparation for him, and we thank George Robinson.
I thank George for making me the most beautiful balsa surfboard ever for the trip. It was just incredible, handmade. I was almost afraid to surf it. It was so beautiful, but it worked great down there. That's where the wood came from, was Ecuador.